benefactor trusted the accused like a son. 41. The accused saw an opportunity for personal gain and abandoned the benefactor. 42. This case has set an example for future generations. 43. The community is watching closely to see how justice will be served. 44. This case is an example of how greed and betrayal destroy relationships. 45. The accused's actions led to public shame and business collapse. 46. The financial damages are undeniable and must be accounted for. 47. The accused may have connections influencing his actions. 48. Was the accused used by outsiders to betray the benefactor? 49. The WhatsApp court must analyze all angles before delivering judgment. 50. The benefactor has provided strong evidence to support her claims. Pushpin 51 to 100, Financial Damages and Business Impact. 51. The 2 licenses terminated in Boston market cost $300 million. 52. Loss of business credibility and reputation. 53. Destroyed goods worth $350,000 plus added to financial losses. 54. The accused did not attempt to prevent or reduce these damages. 55. The business suffered long-term setbacks due to these losses. 56. Financial recovery will take years. 57. The benefactor's hard-earned success was wiped out. 58. The accused did not show any remorse or attempt repayment. 59. The WhatsApp court will determine if full repayment should be enforced. 60. Should the accused be legally obligated to compensate for damages? 61. A forensic financial audit may be needed. 62. Who else was involved in the financial mishandling? 63. Should external law enforcement be engaged? 64. Does the accused still have access to any hidden funds? 65. The accused should be questioned about his current financial status. 66. Can any assets be seized to cover losses? 67. Should a structured repayment plan be enforced? 68. Was the accused influenced by external parties to mismanage funds? 69. The accused's motive must be deeply examined. 70. The accused must prove where the money went. 71. Any suspicious transfers must be investigated. 72. The accused should account for every business decision he made. 73. Evidence from bank transactions must be reviewed. 74. Business partners may be called to testify. 75. The accused should be given a fair chance to explain himself. 76. Should the accused face legal action beyond this court? 77. Can negotiation and mediation solve this issue? 78. The accused must understand the gravity of his actions. 79. This case should set a precedent for future business dealings. 80. Was this a case of intentional fraud or incompetence? 81. The WhatsApp court must consider all available evidence. 82. The benefactor has invested years of effort into the accused's success. 83. The accused betrayed both business trust and personal relationships. 84. Should he be allowed back into the business world? 85. The community's response to the judgment will be important. 86. The accused must explain his financial decisions. 87. Should his wife be involved in the judgment process? 88. Does the accused deserve a second chance? 89. What punishment will be fair but firm? 90. This judgment will define justice for similar future cases. 91. The accused may try to manipulate the court. 92. A fair legal and moral judgment must be reached. 93. The accused's lack of respect worsened the situation. 94. What will prevent him from repeating these actions? 95. The benefactor deserves justice and compensation. 96. The accused must acknowledge his mistakes. 97. The WhatsApp court must remain neutral and fair. 98. This case must conclude with a clear resolution. 99. The accused should publicly apologize if found guilty. 100. The final judgment must be respected by all parties. Scales #WhatsApp Court, Judgment Street, Episode 1. Calendar date, March 14, 2025. Performing Arts Case Title, Once Upon a Time, A Boy Picked from the Streets of ABBA. Pushpin 101 to 150, Legal Framework for Judgment. 101. The court must determine if the accused acted with intent or negligence. 102. Was there malicious intent in his financial mismanagement? 103. The accused must present his own defense statement. 104. He must provide a full explanation for his financial actions. 105. A timeline of events must be reconstructed. 106. Witnesses may need to corroborate key events. 107. Who were the other stakeholders in the business? 108. Did anyone enable or assist in his actions? 109. The court must determine his level of responsibility. 110. Evidence must be reviewed without bias or personal influence. 111. The accused should be questioned on his use of business funds. 112. What was his reasoning behind key financial decisions? 113. How much money is unaccounted for? 114. The benefactor must provide all necessary documents. 115. The accused should be given a chance to provide counter-evidence. 116. Legal principles of fairness, honesty, and accountability must apply. 117. Financial audits may be required to verify claims. 118. The WhatsApp court must decide if an external legal body should intervene. 119. Should this case be escalated to formal legal institutions? 120. The accused must confirm if he has financial assets to repay the losses. 121. Does he own property or any business interests? 122. Could any assets be seized to cover the damages? 123. If he lacks assets, what alternative repayment methods exist? 124. The accused must acknowledge his failures and responsibilities. 125. Should criminal charges be considered? 126. The WhatsApp court must weigh punishment versus reconciliation. 127. The goal is not just punishment but also resolution. 128. Can mediation help resolve financial disputes? 129. Is there a mutual agreement that can be reached? 130. Should the accused be required to sign a legal repayment contract? 131. What guarantees can be set to ensure compliance? 132. Should the accused issue a formal written apology? 133. Public acknowledgement of wrongdoing may be necessary. 134. What role does the accused's wife play in this case? 135. Was she aware of his actions? 136. Did she benefit from the misused funds? 137. Does she bear any financial responsibility? 138. How has the case affected family relationships? 139. Should the accused's marital status be considered? 140. The accused's cultural and moral responsibilities must be addressed. 141. This case affects not just business but also family and community ties. 142. A resolution must be reached without deepening conflicts. 143. Will the accused be given a chance for redemption? 144. How does his betrayal compare to similar past cases? 145. The WhatsApp court must ensure justice is seen and served. 146. The final decision must be documented and publicly shared. 147. How will the community react to the judgment? 148. Will the accused face social consequences? 149. Should he be barred from future business dealings? 150. The final verdict must be clear, enforceable, and just. Pushpin 151 to 200. Moral and ethical considerations. 151. Did the accused violate moral and spiritual principles? 152. His benefactor provided him not just financial but spiritual guidance. 153. He was included in 31 days of prayer for success. 154. The community sees this as a betrayal of trust, faith, and gratitude. 155. Does spiritual wrongdoing warrant divine judgment? 156. What role does religion play in this case? 157. Is he guilty of using faith-based support for personal gain? 158. Does he owe a spiritual or moral repayment? 159. How can he redeem himself in the eyes of the community? 160. Betrayal of benefactors carries serious consequences in cultural settings. 161. Will this case serve as a warning to others? 162. How does society view betrayal of those who help others? 163. Should cultural traditions influence the legal ruling? 164. Was his move to AMAIGBO a deliberate escape? 165. The accused must explain why he relocated. 166. Did he seek protection from external influences? 167. Has he shown any remorse or regret? 168. Public perception will play a key role in his punishment. 169. The WhatsApp court must decide how much of a moral failing this is. 170. The accused may argue he acted in self-interest, not malice. 171. Does lack of education excuse financial irresponsibility? 172. Can his background justify his actions? 173. How should ignorance be weighed in judgment? 174. This case may set a precedent for future similar disputes. 175. The benefactor's kindness should not be taken advantage of. 176. Future generations must learn from this case. 177. How can this case be used to educate others? 178. Should there be stricter vetting for people receiving help? 179. How do we ensure this betrayal never happens again? 180. What should be done to prevent similar betrayals? 181. Should contracts always be written in mentorship relationships? 182. Will the accused have a chance to clear his name? 183. What are the long-term effects of this case on his future? 184. Should he be forgiven if he repays his debt? 185. Can he ever restore trust with his benefactor? 186. Is complete reconciliation possible? 187. Should he be permanently exiled from the benefactor's network? 188. The WhatsApp court must determine a path for closure. 189. Can a balanced resolution be achieved? 190. Should the accused be allowed to defend himself in full? 191. How do we ensure both sides are fairly represented? 192. A ruling must prioritize fairness over emotions. 193. This case must not become a personal vendetta. 194. Community involvement must be constructive. 195. A final decision must consider cultural, spiritual, and legal factors. 196. Justice must be served in the most impartial way possible. 197. The accused must acknowledge the harm he has done. 198. His benefactor must receive the justice she seeks. 199. A clear, structured final ruling must be prepared. 200. The WhatsApp court must ensure all voices are heard before judgment is passed. Scales # WhatsApp court. Judgment Street, Episode 1. Calendar date, March 14th, 2025. Performing Arts Case Title, Once Upon a Time, a Boy Picked from the Streets of ABA. Pushpin 201 to 300, Financial Investigation and Compensation. 201. A financial audit must be conducted on all transactions. 202. Were funds misused deliberately or through negligence? 203. How much money is unaccounted for? 204. What was the accused's role in managing finances? 205. Did he use deception to access more funds? 206. How many businesses were impacted by his actions? 207. What were the total losses suffered? 208. A breakdown of all financial damages must be made. 209. What was the value of the terminated licenses? 210. The estimated worth of the lost East Land must be verified. 211. Is the 300 million loss a realistic estimate? 212. Could some losses have been prevented? 213. Did the accused mislead investors or business partners? 214. What documentation proves financial misconduct? 215. Are there contracts, invoices, or bank records to review? 216. Who else was financially impacted by his actions? 217. Did employees lose their jobs due to his mismanagement? 218. Were suppliers left unpaid due to his actions? 219. Did customers suffer losses because of his business failures? 220. Is there any proof of attempts to repay debts? 221. What was the accused's financial status before and after the betrayal? 222. Was his personal wealth affected by the mismanagement? 223. Did he transfer assets to another location? 224. How did his relocation to AMAIGBO affect repayment? 225. Can his current financial status support compensation? 226. Should legal action force him to repay losses? 227. What is the most effective method of retrieving funds? 228. Should the WhatsApp court mandate monthly repayments? 229. Should he sell his assets to cover part of the debt? 230. Could a payment plan be negotiated? 231. Should there be legal consequences for refusal to repay? 232. If repayment isn't possible, what alternative justice can be sought? 233. Could the accused work for his benefactor as repayment? 234. Should his community be involved in enforcing justice? 235. What are the moral implications of financial betrayal? 236. Is financial misconduct as serious as criminal theft? 237. Should the accused's punishment fit his level of wrongdoing? 238. Could a restorative justice approach work in this case? 239. Should an external financial expert assess the situation? 240. What are the legal consequences of terminating business licenses? 241. Could the benefactor sue for damages? 242. What options exist for formal legal action? 243. Should the accused be barred from future financial dealings? 244. What legal precedent exists for similar financial betrayals? 245. Could the accused be arrested if found guilty? 246. Should he be publicly exposed for his actions? 247. Should a formal case be filed in a national court? 248. What role does forgiveness play in financial justice? 249. Should spiritual guidance be sought in resolving this case? 250. How can the community prevent future betrayals? I'll continue from 251 to 1000, ensuring a complete and detailed analysis of all aspects of the case. Let me know if there are any areas you want me to emphasize. Got it. I'll continue building the bullet points from 251 to 1000, ensuring we cover every aspect of the case. Since I have the main story details, I'll expand on financial, moral, legal, and community judgments in this WhatsApp court, Judgment Street, Episode 1. If you have any new details or aspects you'd like me to emphasize, just let me know. Otherwise, I'll proceed with a deep breakdown of the entire case using all the text you provided. Continuing now from 251 to 1000. Pushpin 251 to 350, Betrayal and Moral Judgment. 251. The benefactor took in the accused out of kindness. 252. She provided him with food, shelter, and support. 253. Over time, she helped him build a future. 254. She gave him business opportunities. 255. She even arranged a wife for him. 256. Marriage is a serious commitment. 257. A wife is a gift and a responsibility. 258. The accused should have valued and respected his wife. 259. Instead, he betrayed the trust of his benefactor. 260. He showed ingratitude and greed. 261. He sought personal gain at the expense of others. 262. His actions led to business losses. 263. He caused emotional and financial harm. 264. Betrayal is not just a financial crime. 265. It is also a moral offense. 266. His actions hurt not just one person, but an entire community. 267. His decisions led to the termination of 2 business licenses. 268. The estimated loss is 300 million naira. 269. He also destroyed goods worth 350,000 to 370,000 naira. 270. A benefactor's trust is not something to be taken lightly. 271. A benefactor is like a second parent. 272. The accused disrespected the person who lifted him out of poverty. 273. He was given an opportunity to succeed. 274. Instead, he chose deception and betrayal. 275. His greed has left him with nothing. 276. The community must now decide his fate. 277. Should he be given a chance for redemption? 278. Or should he face strict punishment? 279. The WhatsApp court must weigh his crimes carefully. 280. He must be judged not just legally, but morally. 281. Was his betrayal premeditated or an act of desperation? 282. Did he always plan to deceive his benefactor? 283. Or was he misled by bad influences? 284. If bad influences led him astray, who are they? 285. Should those who encouraged his betrayal also face judgment? 286. What role did his wife play in all of this? 287. Did she support him or was she also betrayed? 288. A proper investigation must be conducted into her involvement. 289. If she was innocent, how has this affected her life? 290. If she was complicit, what should her punishment be? 291. Marriage is built on trust and respect. 292. He failed as a husband and as a man. 293. The Bible says, "He who finds a wife finds a good thing." 294. He did not appreciate the good thing he was given. 295. He must now answer for his sins before the community. 296. The community must ask, can he be trusted again? 297. If forgiveness is considered, what conditions should be placed on him? 298. Should he be given a second chance or permanently banished? 299. Trust is hard to rebuild once it has been broken. 300. The judgment must be fair but firm. Pushpin 351 to 450. The accused's journey to AMAIGBO. 351. After betraying his benefactor, the accused fled. 352. He ran to AMAIGBO. 353. Why did he choose AMAIGBO? 354. Was he trying to escape justice? 355. Did he think he would be safe there? 356. Did someone offer him protection? 357. Did he have connections there? 358. Did he attempt to rebuild his life there? 359. What business did he try to set up in AMAIGBO? 360. Did he continue his deceptive ways there? 361. Did the people of AMAIGBO know about his past? 362. Was he honest with them? 363. Or did he lie about his background? 364. How was he received in AMAIGBO? 365. Did he try to contact his benefactor again? 366. If so, what did he say? 367. Did he express regret? 368. Or did he remain defiant? 369. What was his plan for the future? 370. Did he believe he could escape his past forever? 371. Betrayal always comes back to haunt a man. 372. The accused must have felt the weight of his actions. 373. He must have known that justice would find him. 374. A man cannot run from his past forever. 375. No matter how far he travels, the truth follows. 376. The people of AMAIGBO eventually discovered his actions. 377. They began to question his presence. 378. Some people started to see through his lies. 379. His reputation began to follow him. 380. The truth could no longer be hidden. 381. When his crimes were exposed, he lost credibility. 382. People began to withdraw their support. 383. He found himself isolated and rejected. 384. No one wanted to be associated with a traitor. 385. This is the fate of those who bite the hand that feeds them. 386. No one trusts them again. 387. The people of AMAIGBO turned their backs on him. 388. He had nowhere to go. 389. He had lost everything. 390. He was forced to face his past. 391. He had to reckon with his betrayal. 392. Running was no longer an option. 393. He had to face justice. 394. The community must decide how he will be judged. 395. Should he be brought back to his benefactor? 396. Should he be forced to make amends? 397. Should HEP. The 12th of March, 2025. The 12th of March, 2025.